Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I stand before you to speak about something that the world may not see, but heaven does. There are women among us who are marked not by the standards of mankind, but by the very hands of God himself. These women may not always appear extraordinary, they might not meet society's expectations, but they carry within them something sacred, something powerful, something hidden. Have you ever felt different, as if there was something deep inside of you waiting to be uncovered? Have you ever gone through battles that felt too heavy to carry, yet somehow you emerged stronger? My friend, this is no accident. There are 7 hidden marks that only the chosen women bear, and if you recognize even one of these within yourself, it means you are set apart for something greater. Stay with me, because what I am about to share is more than just a message, it's a revelation. It holds the key that will unlock your understanding of who you truly are. If you've ever doubted your worth, your purpose, or your calling, then you need to hear this. Let's begin. The world often measures a woman's worth by fleeting things, beauty, wealth, status, or the approval of others. But the chosen woman is different. She is not defined by temporary standards. She is defined by an eternal calling. She carries within her a divine mark. Though few recognize it, she may not fully see it herself, but deep within, something stirs, a sense of purpose that cannot be silent. This divine selection was not made based on talent, background, or earthly achievements. It is a decision made in the heavens before she ever drew her first breath. She carries within her a spiritual DNA, an identity that cannot be erased by the doubts of others or the failures of yesterday. But being chosen is not always easy. In fact, it often brings rejection before recognition, isolation before elevation, and battles before breakthroughs. She will walk through seasons where she wonders why she feels so different, why she can't blend in, why the things that satisfy others do not satisfy her. The chosen woman cannot settle because something within her tells her that she was made for more. She carries a divine restlessness, a holy discomfort that refuses to allow her to be less than she was created to be. Yet, with this calling comes a cost. The enemy does not attack those with no purpose. He targets those who pose a threat, those who carry something he fears. The chosen woman often finds herself in battles she never asked for, trials that seem unfair, and storms that rage without. She may wonder why her road is more difficult than others, why her prayers take longer to be answered, or why doors close when she is doing everything right. But this is the refining fire, the process that separates the ordinary from the anointed. The chosen are tested because they are trusted. They are broken so that the oil of their purpose may flow. Even in the struggle, there is a deep knowing, a whisper in the soul that says, "You were made for more." It is this whisper that keeps her going when she feels like quitting. It is this unseen mark upon her life that attracts favor even in the midst of adversity. Doors open that no one can explain, opportunities arise that she never sought. And even when she stumbles, grace catches her, reminding her that she is never truly alone. The world may overlook her, but heaven knows her name. Others may only see her flaws, but God sees the fire within her. She may not feel strong, but strength is being formed in her with every step of faith, every tear shed in private, every battle fought on her knees. She was not created to be ordinary. She was set apart for something greater. And when the time comes, when the process has accomplished its work, the marks she once hid in the shadows will shine brightly for all to see. The chosen woman carries within her something that cannot be imitated, duplicated, or stolen. It is not found in outward appearances, nor is it determined by human validation. It is a mark placed on her by God himself, an invisible seal that sets her apart. The world may not recognize it, but the spiritual realm does. There is a weight to her presence, an authority in her voice, even when she does not yet see it in herself. She walks into a room and something shifts, not because of who she is in the natural, but because of what she carries in the supernatural. This hidden mark is often revealed through the battles she faces. From a young age, the chosen woman encounters opposition. Her journey is not smooth. Her path is not easy. While others may seem to glide through life without resistance, she finds herself facing unexpected storms, betrayals, and heartbreaks. But these trials are not meant to destroy her. They are meant to shape her. They are refining fires, purifying her character, strengthening her resolve, and drawing her closer to the one who called her. Every challenge she faces is not a sign of abandonment, but a confirmation of her calling. The enemy does not waste his time on those with no destiny. He only targets those who are a threat. Even in moments of doubt, the chosen woman senses a pulling, a divine restlessness that refuses to let her settle. She cannot remain in places that drain her spirit. She cannot engage in relationships that weaken her purpose. She cannot live in mediocrity when something inside her is calling her to something more. She may try to fit into the mold society has set for her, but she does not belong there. She may go through seasons of confusion, asking God why she feels so different, why she cannot take the easy road. And in those moments, the answer comes: because you are chosen. There is a cost to carrying this mark. The chosen woman will face rejection before recognition. She will be misunderstood before she is celebrated. She will walk through seasons where she feels hidden, unseen, unnoticed. But God hides his greatest treasures before he reveals them. He takes time to prepare those he plans to use in mighty ways. Every delay, every closed door, every moment of waiting is not a punishment. It is preparation. She is being refined for something greater than she could ever imagine. And then one day she begins to see it. The strength she never thought she had. The wisdom that came through her wounds. The resilience that was birthed in the fire. She realizes that what she thought was breaking her was actually building her. She understands that she was never forgotten, never forsaken, never overlooked. She was being set apart. Now she walks with confidence, not because she has all the answers, but because she knows the one who does. The chosen woman does not chase after her purpose, it finds her. There is something within her that the world cannot define, something that sets her apart, even when she tries to blend in. She may not understand it at first. She may spend years searching for the reason she feels so different, why she sees the world through a lens that others do not. But deep inside, she knows she was made for something greater. This is not arrogance, it is divine awareness. It is the undeniable pull of destiny, a force stronger than doubt, fear, or failure. But before she can fully walk in her purpose, she must endure the process. And the process is never easy. The chosen woman is tested in ways that seem unfair. She faces delays that others do not. She fights battles in private while others rise effortlessly. She experiences moments of isolation where it feels like no one understands her struggles, her thoughts, or the weight she carries. And yet, something within her refuses to give up. She may stumble, she may question, she may even weep in frustration, but she does not give up. Why? Because purpose is written into her very being, and it will not let her rest until it is fulfilled. Rejection becomes a familiar companion on her journey, but the chosen woman soon realizes that rejection is not her enemy, it is her redirection. Every closed door is a shield protecting her from places she does not belong. Betrayal was a lesson, not a loss. Every season of loneliness was an invitation to draw closer to God, to hear his voice above the noise of the world. The chosen woman understands that she was never meant to walk the same path as everyone else. She was called to higher ground, to a road that fewer travel, to a destiny that requires separation before elevation. There are times when she wonders why she carries so much weight in her spirit. She looks at others who seem carefree, unbothered, unaware of the deep battle she faces. But then she remembers she was never called to live an ordinary life. The weight she carries is not a burden, it is an anointing. The struggles she endures are not punishments, they are preparations. The chosen woman does not walk aimlessly. Every step, even the painful ones, is part of a greater design, a master plan unfolding in ways she cannot yet see. And when the time is right, when she has been refined by fire, strengthened by trials, and humbled by the waiting, purpose will call her by name. Doors will open that no one can shut, and opportunities will arise that she never. In that moment, she will understand it was never about the struggles, the setbacks, or the silent battles. It was always about the preparation for something greater than she ever imagined. The chosen woman understands that every battle she faces is not just about her. It is about the calling on her life. From an early age, she notices that her road is different. She fights battles others never seem to encounter. Challenges come to her, not because she is weak, but because she is strong. The enemy does not waste his energy on those who have no purpose. He targets those who are a threat, and the chosen woman is a threat, not because of her own strength, but because of the power she carries within her. She has walked through fires that should have destroyed her, but instead they refined her. She fights back. She stands back up. She has faced betrayals that could have made her bitter, but instead they made her wiser. She has encountered storms that should have broken her, but instead they built her faith. The chosen woman is battle-tested. She has scars, but they are not signs of defeat. They have proof that she survived, and not just survive, but overcame. Every wound, every tear, every season of struggle has been shaping her into the woman she was meant to be. She does not seek out these battles, but she does not run from them either. She knows that each battle has a purpose. They are the proving grounds of her faith, the refining fires of her destiny. The chosen woman understands that battles are not meant to destroy her, but to prepare her. They reveal what is inside her. The strength she didn't know she had, the resilience that was buried beneath fear. Every time she is knocked down, she rises stronger. Every time she is pressed, she produces something greater. But the battles do not only come from the outside, they come from within. The chosen woman wrestles with self-doubt, wondering if she is truly capable, if she is truly called. She questions whether she has what it takes, whether she can carry the weight of her assignment. The enemy whispers lies, trying to convince her that she is not enough. The voice of truth, the voice of the one who called her. It tells her that she was made for this, that she is not alone, that every battle she has faced was already seen and accounted for. And when she finally begins to see it, when she understands that every battle was actually a blessing in disguise, she steps into her destiny with confidence. She no longer fears the struggles ahead because she has seen what God has done in the past. She no longer questions her worth because she knows she was chosen for a reason. The battles she once dreaded, she now embraces because she knows they are leading her exactly where she is meant to be. The chosen woman is not after the approval of the world. She is after the purpose placed inside her. She understands that popularity fades, but purpose remains. She has been set apart for something greater, and because of this, she cannot live like everyone else. She does not chase validation, applause, or the fleeting acceptance of people who do not see her true worth. She walks a different path, one that is often lonely, misunderstood, and uncomfortable. But she would rather be in alignment with her calling than be embraced by a world that does not understand it. There comes a point in her life when she realizes that not everyone will support her journey. She will lose people along the way. Some will walk away, some will betray her, and some will misunderstand her growth. The chosen woman does not let this shake her. She has learned that those who are meant to stay will stay, and those who leave were never part of her destiny. She refuses to shrink herself to fit into spaces she has outgrown. She will not water down her calling to make others comfortable. She understands that favor is often followed by opposition, and that elevation requires separation. She does not seek shortcuts to success because she knows that true purpose is built through patience and perseverance. While others chase quick results, she is willing to endure the process. She knows that purpose requires preparation, and she refuses to settle for anything less than what she was created for. Even when she sees others getting ahead, even when doors seem to open easily for those who do not walk with integrity, she does not waver. She trusts the timing of God. She knows that what is meant for her cannot be taken by anyone else. There are moments when the world tempts her to compromise. She is offered opportunities that would bring her status but not fulfillment. She is pressured to conform, to follow the crowd, to silence her convictions. But the chosen woman stands firm. She knows that not all open doors are from God, and she refuses to step into something that will pull her away from her assignment. She would rather walk the hard road of obedience than take the easy road to emptiness. And though the path of purpose is not always easy, it is always worth it. The chosen woman may not always be seen, celebrated, or understood, but she is always covered, always protected, always guided by the one who called her. She does not need to force things to happen. She does not need to prove herself to anyone. Her only goal is to be faithful, to walk in obedience, to fulfill the purpose for which she was created. And when the time comes, when she steps fully into her calling, she will see that every sacrifice, every moment of rejection, every time she chose purpose over popularity, was leading her to something far greater than she ever imagined. The chosen woman carries something within her that cannot be measured by human standards. She is not driven by a higher calling. She does not chase after opportunities, opportunities chase after her. There is a weight to her presence, an undeniable grace that follows her wherever she goes. She is marked, set apart, destined for something greater than what the world can offer. And yet, this calling does not come without a cost. She will go through seasons of silence where it feels as if nothing is moving, as if her prayers are unanswered. But she trusts that God's plan is always in motion. She may seem unheard, as if her efforts are unnoticed, but the chosen woman understands that silence is an absence. In those quiet, hidden seasons, she is being shaped for what lies ahead. She doesn't rush the journey because she knows that anything built in haste is bound to fall under pressure. She allows herself the time to be formed, refined, and molded into the woman she was destined to be. She's not shaken by delays, nor does she let setbacks discourage her. She understands that just because something hasn't occurred yet doesn't mean it won't. Timing is everything, and what is meant for her will come when she is prepared to receive it. The chosen woman does not try to force things to happen. She walks in faith, knowing that what is truly meant for her will never need manipulation, desperation, or compromise. But this trust in divine timing doesn't mean she's passive. The chosen woman isn't idle. She's always preparing, sharpening her skills, deepening her faith, and strengthening her spirit. She's investing in herself, learning, growing, and evolving. She doesn't wait for someone's permission to become who she is meant to be. She knows that when the time arrives, she must be ready. And when the door finally opens, when the calling is made clear, she steps into it with confidence. Not because she feels fully qualified, not because she has everything figured out, but because she knows she was chosen for this. Every struggle, every lesson, every season of waiting has been leading her to this very moment. The chosen woman is not defined by the world's standards. She is not swayed by fleeting trends or distracted by opinions. She walks with purpose, knowing she is guided by something much greater than herself. She doesn't seek validation because she understands that she has already been approved. She doesn't fear the unknown because she trusts the one who holds her future. And when the time is right, when everything falls into place, she will see that all she endured, every battle fought, and every sacrifice made was preparing her for the extraordinary purpose she was born to fulfill. The journey of the chosen woman is not always easy, but it is filled with purpose. She is marked, set apart, and called to something far greater than herself. Every battle she has fought, every trial she has overcome, and every moment of waiting has been purposeful. She has been tested, refined, and prepared for a destiny that cannot be denied. Though the road has been tough, she now understands that those very challenges were molding her into the woman she was always meant to become. She no longer questions why her path was different. She no longer resents the struggles that made her stronger. She now recognizes the hidden marks, the 7 undeniable signs that she is chosen. And now the question is no longer whether she is chosen. The real question is, will she rise? Will she accept the calling placed upon her life? Will she step forward in faith, leaving behind fear, doubt, and the need for approval? The time is now. The season of hiding is over. The world needs what she carries. So, to every woman who has ever felt different, to every woman who has ever questioned her worth, to every woman who has ever walked through fire and emerged still standing strong, you are chosen, you are not forgotten, you are not overlooked. You are exactly where you need to be. And now, it's time to walk boldly into the purpose you were meant to fulfill.